Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone survivor video. Today we're going to be playing the Monkey King and we're going to see how far we can take shattered stacking into the Sigil of the Void. So we're going to go into the Sigil of the Void. It's going to be +0. We're going to see how many sigils we can actually do in the run. We are running Advanced Tactics, Divine Legacy, Dash Mastery and Focused Mind. And then we're also running Weapon Expert, Reroll Mastery and Efficient Extraction. We're going to start off with Broken the Player because we want the Shattered on hit, and then we're going to go to Mhyzahet and so on and so forth. Now this build can work on higher sigils of the Void. The only problem is the amount of damage you do right in the very beginning and also your survivability. So the Monkey King doesn't have that much survivability, but that's not really that big of an issue. You just got to be careful in how you play. So try your best to get a lot of multicast and cast frequency in the beginning, or even health and armor to try and survive those big hits that are going to happen in high sigil. But for us, because we're playing this to see how many sigils or how many vials we can actually get, it's a little bit easier. The monsters won't be as tanky as they would have been on a higher sigil level, so we should be able to defeat this quite quickly. And we're just going to see how many vials we can get up to until it becomes like extremely difficult to beat them. Now we don't take the brittle for the colossal, but we might grab it because we want dazed, and the best way is to get brittle to dazed via the sandstorm. I mean colossal to dazed. So that is one of the ways to go forward. We get a beautiful lucky multicast over there, which is absolutely insane if you think about it. And then we're going to grab resonant. No, actually we don't need it. There's two slam skills. The one's Resonant Slam. The other one is, well, I mean, it's either Armor Shatterer, which we'll grab for now. We're getting a lot of multicasts. I think, see, they're for frontal. So we will grab the multicast there. And then there we get Whirling Defense. And we want Seismic Shock, actually, instead of... Okay, luckily I clicked that. Whoops. We actually wanted Seismic Shock instead of Armor Shatterer, but I misclicked the lock button over there and we didn't get it up, but that's not the end of the world. It will come back to us. Right now we need to save up some rerolls for the boss fight and things like that as well. And because we have Resilience, it does allow us to go back to Broken and get ourselves some Resilience to Purity, and that's going to make us extremely tanky. We can also gain increased resilience stacks when we proc resilience, and that's going to also make us really tanky. So not only will we be tanky, we're also going to be extremely dangerous in terms of damage that we do, because we are stacking something that we can multiply quite a lot through Shattered on hit passives from Broken. So if you feel like your damage isn't that high, you can just keep stacking that passive. It is only 25%, so I get that you necessarily, you need to grab more than one of them and to be in a much better spot. So there's a swift cast frequency. We're going to grab the magnetic over here just because I feel like it's going to be quite handy. We can get rid of our critical strike chance of our clones. We don't need that. Maybe we'll grab the multicast chance, but otherwise it's not really that great. And then we do need critical strike chance, so we will look at grabbing that. Expansive we don't need. We'll grab the magnetic and let's keep going. Grab that, grab ourselves the ooh, see, this does help quite sometimes. Oh, it's rare, but it's only 15%. I'm gonna banish it rather. It's weird. Okay, and then crit. I'd rather just go for damage on Massive Slam than damage on everything. I don't think it's that necessary. And then we also get Prowess stacks, which we should get to 1,000 as well, which is a lot of extra damage. And then we just need to work on critical strike chance. And then crit damage. Nope, not that one. Okay, cast frequency, damage for all of those skills. Again, we're just waiting for another... I mean, look, I'm happy to use Armor Shatterer. It gives us Prowess and Shattered. The only difference between this and Seismic Shock is Seismic Shock has a lower cooldown, and it also applies more stacks. So it's actually stronger. Also, the damage it does is actually pretty impressive for what it is. So, you know, there is that as well. Okay, getting a goblin here is actually pretty cool. That allows us to get the purity in the very beginning. Area of effect, that's fine. Movement speed's good. And now we get a multicast, which we want, but we also want damage. Man, I can't. Okay, we'll just go area of effect and multicast for now. Lethality, some laugh, multicast, cast frequency for everything. Merciless is good. And cast frequency, some more armor just because we can, and some block chance because we can. I don't have enough rerolls yet, but the levels will come in. Getting that magnetic actually would have been a really good idea since we are about to go into the yellow portal so that we've got the treasure room. So getting as much magnetic right now might be worth it. We might miss out on a good passive right now, but we'll land up getting 2 or 3 extra levels by picking up a good magnetic now. It will also make the room go faster. We don't like you. The difference also, if you don't know, between the black and the white portals is black, the black yang, I guess, or the medallion is for a ranged monkey clone. Excuse me. The black is for the ranged monkey clone, and then the white is for melee monkey clone, and the white one actually taunts enemies as well. So in terms of which one to use, I think white is actually a bit better. But it's entirely up to you. You can play however you want. You can mix and match like I do. Still not getting the skill we want, but that's not the end of the world. We have quite a lot of magnetic, which is beautiful. 110%. Beginning's a little bit slow until we get the shattered on hit. And then we're able to get a whole lot more going. Also getting their cast frequency down to as low as possible and multicast chance for all those beautiful upgrades. We might as well add a bit of damage to this. Okay. The Mega BONK. So this is a build stacker, so it's going to stack the damage up as we keep going. We get the shattered on hit, beautiful. Give me the portal. Hopefully we're able, like I mentioned, to get as much XP here as possible. Hoping for like 30 odd levels. Let's see how much magnetic we had. Quite a bit, a decent amount. And with the help of 4 dashes, we're in a much better position. So 30 levels, like I said, beautiful. 31 levels actually. And that puts us in a really strong position. So can we get Seismic Shock? I'll do till 5. No, we can't. That's fine. Block Leviathan. Ooh, okay, so there's damage. We're going to take it. I can't lock anything, unfortunately. I spent a lot of the rerolls on other stuff, which maybe I shouldn't have. 80%, that's good. I'm going to go for some laugh. Multicasting, power rest to resilience, very, very strong here. Cast frequency on everything. Multicast on everything. And then the damage on massive slam, because that's our main damage source. Health. Armor's very good. Critical strike chance. Critical strike chance, we only need 1 or 2 more of them. Crit on our first hit. Oops. We'll take the multicast there. And there we go. So we're actually at a very good position now with regards to our critical strike chance. Now we can go for Broken again. I mentioned we're going to go and grab ourselves that beautiful healing. So we don't have to worry at all about that. But now that we get a lot of shattered on hit, we do a lot more damage. Another thing with this build, if you do want to suffer in the very beginning, is you don't have to use any Shattered on your skills. You can use other skills that would apply more powerful versions of other things. So if you want like Dazed into the build without using Sandstorm, then you can grab yourself the Dazed skills that like the projectile skills from your Sentinel, like your oh man, what were they called again? Like just your normal arrow skills that we used for the skill chain bonuses and things like that. So you could run a double projectile into massive slam, go do broken and use devastating blow, and then you can get that beautiful thing. But I didn't do something like that because it's just something we do too often in terms of powerful builds. I mean, Dazed is so powerful though. And then you just grab Fragility or Disoriented from the Void King and you just do so much damage. But you can see just how much faster we're going now that we added the Shattered on hit. Okay, we'll just leave these. I'm not finding the skill we're looking for, so that's fine. We'll keep Armor Shatterer. I mean, they're both slam skills. They both give us the same buffs. So it really doesn't matter too much. It's just about numbers more than anything. +2 and then a +3. That's perfect. Cast frequency, movement speed, more resilience, and then some damage on massive slam. Oh, this one's been terrible. It's all bosses. Alright, moving on to the next. Take some block. Ooh, resilience to form. Okay, that's beautiful. Maybe it's worth grabbing. So in my ruins on Monkey King, I had a critical mastery and I couldn't understand why. And now I remember that we actually get resilience to form. So maybe that's a good option. So there's resilience to purity, which is what we're looking for. So now we've got that beautiful healing. We now go for Mhyzahet. And then what else can we grab? We grab Broken again for prowess stacks. We can go for Aranak for movement speed and critical strike chance, but we don't need that. There's a lot of things we can go for here. We could grab the area of effect, the brittle to colossal, which if we do want to go very far, it might be a good idea because we need the sandstorm from Mhyzahet because that daze stacking does so much for us as well. But I want to see how far we can get without using the typical upgrades that you would for every build. So I want to try and see how far we can get without going for the brittle to colossal and without going for the colossal to dazed. I just want to like try and see, okay. Yes, that's probably the most efficient route, but can we do something great without a lot of area of effect? I mean, I think it goes a bit slower, but I think it's still got a lot of potential. Okay, cast frequency on everything. Merciless upgrades are beautiful to see. We're going to grab more block chance because we get a lot of armor anyway. We get the damage increase. Not a lot of rerolls, so I'm not leveling up as much as I think I would be. We don't need the damage on our clone. We don't need the multicast anymore. Magnetic will get to 200% and then drop it completely. Because I think 200% is a pretty decent amount. I think 200% is also, regardless of where you're standing, you're going to land up getting a decent chunk of XP. Let's go for the 3 version first. A block, damage, beautiful. We still need more resilience though. So multicast and cast frequency for our slam skills would be great. Movement speed, area of effect for skills is fine. And you can see as soon as we get hurt, we heal up. Okay. There's only one left. As long as it's not the... Okay, that's fine. And we right by the boss, so that's okay as well. Magnetics on 190. We're on 140% critical strike chance with... What was that again? 558 critical damage. I want to try and get as much critical damage as possible. And then we right here by the ending. There's the resilience we're looking for. There's the final upgrade. Oh no, okay, I should have... Okay, we'll grab the area of effect. Another area of effect, so we don't need the colossal over there. Multitask. Multicast. And we also got the King's Illusion, which applies Shattered as well for us. And there you go, you can see the healing that we get from our upgrade over there. So all attacks can now apply exposed. We can go exposed to Radiance, I believe it is. But that's we came to the wrong boss first. Okay, that was a mistake. Turn down visuals a little bit because I think Whirling Staff is actually making things a little bit difficult to see. That leaves like a dusty appearance behind. We should have gone Midorahk first because Midorahk is the one that has the increase that we're looking for. Multicasting. Oh, do you know what? We could have... Okay. We'll compare this to a video tomorrow or whatever the case is. We actually could have done this on the blacksmith rather with the Monkey King's first weapon because the blacksmith gets it, you know. So it actually would have been really cool to have seen the difference between the two. I should have maybe have done that. 400 prowess stacks. That's a lot of additional damage. Okay, bonk you. I can't believe we did the order wrong. It just slipped my mind. I thought we were going the right way. I should have done Midorahk first. It is what it is. Not much we can do about that now. We need more movement speed because we are not getting to the objectives as fast as I would like. And then just plaster on the critical strike chance and critical damage. Really easy. Shattered to prowess is pretty good here. Yeah, we're gonna have to go Shattered to prowess. I made a mistake. We didn't get what we were looking for. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It should have been Midorahk first and then these two, because Midorahk's the one that has the exposed to finesse and exposed to Radiance, and then you go Radiance to Finesse for the multicasting. So that's what we were looking for, but we made a little bit of an error. And there's not much we can really do about that, sadly.
Let's show 'em who the real king is.
Where is... Oh, there he is. Alright, so we actually, by going from Shattered to Prowess, and because we got Prowess to Resilience, we actually got ourselves max Prowess, max Resilience. So that's kind of crazy. So getting that upgrade actually made us very tanky. So we have a lot of armor, we've now got a lot of defenses with regards to healing as well through that. So that was actually crazy. How much armor are we sitting on? We're sitting on 82% damage reduction, and then we heal as well. So remember, we're going to be reducing damage. We don't have block though, so we will take the damage. I wanted to see how much damage we would actually take, and then we're just going to heal it all up again. So that's pretty big. We can even grab more armor there. We're going to go for the damage and multicast, of course. More movement speed, more cast frequency until it gets to like 0.2. We can just keep adding on more and more and more. Damage increases, resilience to form. I want to take a little bit of yeah, I mean, there we go. We took like 40 damage and then immediately healed it back up again. So we no longer need dodges, even though we have 4 of them. It's just lovely when you become so tanky. There's a 1 here, and then we've got a 3 down at the bottom. Again, like I've mentioned, we don't even need to move. Alright, so since we are going to be grabbing exposed to Radiance, what we are going to grab is actually not taking the fragility upgrade over here. We're going to take the disoriented upgrade instead. So we've got over 100% critical strike chance. We've got, we can grab, we've got form. We've got quite a lot of form as well. I mean, yeah, we got a lot of form. So we're going to grab ourselves the disoriented from the Void King, because that's going to help us a lot more. We're going to grab the, actually even max health and armor with health regen would be good. But nope, we're going to go with the damage. And yeah, we're going to grab disoriented instead of fragility. Wound can also be very, very good. But I feel like adding in disoriented, because we have no other way of getting it into the build, is going to be very good for us. Although our Ascension does have disoriented in it, but getting a more reliable way of having it is always much better. So just grabbing it from the Void King is actually pretty good here. But it's either disoriented over here, or you're going to be looking at wound. So for me, I'm going to just grab the disoriented. But both are very good options. And then we'll see if we can go to like +7 or something from you know, everything else. So go disoriented, and what we want to do is we now want to grab ourselves the Midorahk. Again, it's not because we want brittle to colossal, it's because we want the exposed to Radiance, and we just want crazy stats. But now we've got a chance to apply disoriented on hit, shattered on hit. We got resilience, we got prowess. We're tanky. and strong at the same time. And we're also getting a lot of materials farmed up right now. Beautiful.
Step forward toward the Titan. One more fragment.
Okay, last fight. And the only reason we're actually going for Radiance is because Radiance procs finesse. I mean, not finesse, fragility. So because we'll have Radiance proccing the whole time, we are going to be getting a lot of fragility out of that. So it does make a big difference. We have so much multicast. I don't think we actually need that much more. Block is good. Cast frequencies are good. Just damage is good. Let's see where else we can go. Actually, how much damage do we take? I see. There we go, exposed to Radiance. We also get a lot of Resilience, but we don't need the Resilience. We need the exposed to Radiance, so Radiant cracks. And now we can go back to the brothers and get ourselves even more multicast. So let's go and do that. We're going to go to Volkage and Vivolt. Actually, we're going to get Shattered on hit again. Alright, so every time we hit something with Radiance, it applies fragility to it. Which is in its own very powerful. Okay, they all defeated. Let's go do the +3 over here. Oh, it's not even a boss fight. That's good. And this is all without the Colossal, Brittle to Colossal, by the way. So that's also just another whole level of, ooh, this is amazing because of that. Merciless is very good here. Grabbing some block. I guess damage increases, cast frequency. It's nearly on 0.2, which is beautiful. And we're going to see what our stats go up to because we get a lot of everything. So we have a lot of Radiant stacks. But I just want to see what our critical strike chance goes up to. Critical damage is really high. And we don't even have aptitude in the build. So if we added aptitude, we would have been at an even stronger position. Maybe that's something we need to go for. Go grab the aptitude on crit from one of the other bosses. But we're looking for the Shattered again. Let's go grab aptitude. I think it is Midorahk that has aptitude again for us. But this will be the last one. Sorry, excuse me about that. Midorahk is the last one that we're going to do. Just because that's going to be about 20 minutes. We got to Sigil of the Void +8 vials, which is actually very good. We're going to see just how much damage we actually do to Midorahk because this is the point where things get quite hectic in terms of tankiness for the bosses. So we'll see what happens. I mean, the best thing is to go and fight the Shadow Lords of the Void and see how tanky they are. And it gives you a good indicator. So here we go, we got them. If we can melt through these guys like butter, then we're most likely going to melt through Midorahk as well. So, yeah, no, we're actually in a very strong position. And we're very tanky as well, so I think we're fine. We'll be able to defeat Midorahk, and we'll go from there. Where are these enemies? There we go.
Step forward.
+1s are so irritating, especially at the very end, when you can absolutely defeat everything. Destroying everything, but you get +1s all the time. That's rather annoying. Maybe the maybe the developers at like higher Vial levels need to remove like the 2s and 1s. Let us go faster. You no longer get the 1 objectives higher up because you don't need them. You know what I mean? Like everyone's going to go for the higher level objectives all the time. You don't need the 1s. Maybe 2s, keep 2s, but 2s and 3s or 4s, maybe add a 5 in there. I don't know. Make it like the map boss spawns shadow clone. That'd be pretty cool. We're on 0.3. We don't need that. Don't need more movement speed. Ooh, there's a lot of goodies here for us. Still 0.3. 1.3, 0.6 and 1.2. So still a lot more cast frequency needed. Okay, that actually hurt. So that's a good example of their damage going up. But we are in full build mode now. As you can see, we're sitting on 2000 damage, 1000 critical strike chance, 762 critical damage. And that's what we're trying to get up even higher. We're on 84% damage reduction with 58% chance to block. That's also why we're blocking so often. And we're sitting in the poison and you can just see our healing. Oops. Ow. But yeah, absolutely destroying the boss. So I'm going to go one more round just because I want this. Every time you cause a critical strike, you have a chance to gain aptitude. So I want to see one more round what that happens, and we'll just go grab the who should we do? I guess we'll just do Aranak. It's the easiest boss fight. So last round, let's see how much aptitude we can actually stack. So far we're on 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay, that's pretty cracked. 1400 critical strike damage, up from whatever, I think it was like 700 or something like that. So we're actually doing a superb amount of damage for what we have going for us. Let's see how quickly we can actually defeat. And this can be done on anything. Remember, you don't actually need the amount of Shattered we took, so we increased the amount of Shattered. If you take something like Earth Shield on a character, you don't need the Resilience to Purity. Earth Shield will keep you alive. There are ways to kind of make yourself stronger by using different skills as well. If we took, instead of going for Armor Shattering, we took Devastating Blow, we would have been even stronger because of the 3 times damage on critical strikes, and so on and so forth. So there's a plethora of options to us that can actually make this, elevate this build even higher. The last option, which is the option we're going to be doing tomorrow, is to just do this on the blacksmith with summons instead. But yeah, absolutely decimating all of the enemies over there. I wasn't standing on the circle. And let's see how quickly we can defeat our Aranak. Let's see how much damage Aranak actually does. Oh my goodness, okay. Aranak hits multiple times, and if you don't block them, it actually hurts. I did not expect that. I'm just going to make small movements. So the only thing we need to dodge is that attack. Yeah, it's multiple webs that hit us. Yeah, okay, the other normal attacks won't defeat us. It's just that spitting attack. Okay, I need to be careful. We got hit by like every single one of them in a row, and that does way too much damage to us. Good to know. It's not, I mean, I always dodged the attack, so I never really paid attention to it. But there we go. Absolutely decimated. Let me know what you guys think about the build. It's been really, very fun to play. It didn't take us too long, 23 minutes to get to 9 vials, and we got a decent amount of materials for that as well. 187.4 trillion damage done on Massive Slam, and Radiance doing the second most amount of damage with Spinning Staff, and Purity actually doing quite a lot. So that's got me thinking of another build there, but that's for the future as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.